Nanwai watched her son eat with that familiar sour expression of his, and although she felt amused, she didn't show it. She secretly comforted herself, soon she can safely hand T Neon over to Hone DCC. Her precious daughter-in-law is finally about to get married. In a corner of the room, Leonard Haller suddenly lowered his eyes, the atmosphere around him turning cold in an instant. His cold, expressionless face, paired with that dangerously handsome appearance, only made Nina more uncomfortable. Breakfast suddenly felt like it was stuck in her throat. Seeing the tension between them, Mr. Hale slightly cleared his throat. "Leonard Hale, isn't this wedding a bit rushed?" Mrs. Nanwai, sitting beside Nina, gently stroked the girl's hair. Her affection was so tender she never wanted to stop. "Son, rushing a little is fine, as long as Nina is happy. My daughter-in-law told me everything after this. Leonard Hale will protect you. You'll always have us at your back." Mr. Hales also chimed in, eager to please his wife. As long as she liked Leonard Hale, he would accept anything, whether or not the two youngsters had feelings for each other yet. "Your mother is right, Nina. Dad will always protect you too." Inside, Nina's lips curved uncontrollably. So this is what it feels like to be loved like this. Leonard Hale, sitting beside her, pretended not to notice. He didn't dare meet her eyes, because if he looked at her directly, he feared he would expose everything: his desire, his protectiveness, his possessiveness. Suddenly, "Mum, Dad, we're heading out. You two stay home with your daughter-in-law." Nina's face instantly flushed crimson. Leonard Hale over and pressed a sudden kiss onto her forehead. It happened so fast she couldn't react, only jolting back to reality when Mrs. Nanwai tugged gently on her arm. "Nina, let's go shopping, okay? I want to buy you a few things." Nina nodded shyly. "Why yes, Auntie." Mrs. Nanwai shot her husband a knowing glance as he sat lazily in the living room. "I'm going out with Nina for a bit, you stay home." Mr. Hale's face darkened immediately. Wait, why aren't I allowed to go? Honey, you're leaving me for our daughter-in-law. That's not fair. Unfair at all. Nina couldn't help laughing softly. She even blinked, playfully. "Born to be adored, really. Dad, why don't you come with us? It'll be more fun." That sentence alone made Mr. Hales perk up like a pampered child. Nanwai doted on Neon even more, her heart melting. The driver quickly brought the car round. The building towered over the city center, the upper floors reserved for executives, and the highest belonged to him. Leonard Hale leaned back in his chair, expression unreadable, fingers tapping the pen. His gaze occasionally shifted to the large screen on his desk. Aiden approached carefully. "President Leonard Hale, Darren is here. Should I let him in?" Leonard Hale didn't answer right away. "Have him wait." "I'm in a meeting." Aiden nodded and left. Leonard Hale immediately tapped his phone. The screen lit up the image of Nina walking through the mall with Mrs. Nanwai and Mr. Hale Sr. Two men in black trailed behind discreetly. If one looked closely, Neon was smiling brightly, beautifully. Something she had never shown him. Maybe her mother had finally given her that sense of safety she always lacked. His heart tightened. His thumb brushed the screen. Her face, her smile. Then a memory flashed. Darren, that night, the blood, the way the man had dared to touch what was his. His eyes turned red. His smile twisted into something dark. "Nina, in this lifetime, can only belong to me. Even if that man ever had your heart, I will force you to willingly love me for the rest of your life. If not, I won't hesitate to make him suffer 100 times more." Yes, for Nina's heart, he would do anything. Even kill Darren. Darren sat in the grand lobby, his eyes constantly flicking toward the watch on his wrist. His brows were tightly knit, impatience written so clearly on his face that anyone who passed by could tell he wanted to rush straight upstairs. His simple business attire only emphasized his tall, lean frame. His soft black hair shifted slightly in the cool breeze from the entrance, and his gaze drifted unconsciously toward the president's office on the upper floor. The employees of Hale Corporation, especially the women, couldn't help sneaking glances at him. His face, his presence, the effortless elegance in the way he stood. All of it was enough to stir someone's heart. Unfortunately, this man was already married. Otherwise, they would have already found 100 excuses to approach him and ask for his Weber. As they walked past, none of them said a word aloud, but their eyes kept drifting over the suit he wore. Their gazes lingered longest on the limited edition watch glimmering on his wrist. Darren was the kind of man who drew attention even when he wasn't trying. Exactly at 5, employees began leaving work one by one, their laughter echoing through the halls. Darren tightened his grip on his bag, his fingers squeezing so hard that pale marks formed on his knuckles. Once the office finally emptied out, Aiden's tall figure appeared. He said a few cold, clipped words before inviting Darren to follow. Darren swallowed, rising slowly to his feet. Sweat collected down his spine without him noticing, like he was walking into a tiger's den. He wiped his brow gently. After Aiden disappeared, Darren stood before the president's door for a long moment, then pushed it open. A cold, woody scent washed over him. His steps slowed as he lifted his eyes toward the man seated in the dark executive chair. Leonard Hale's deep red-tinged eyes shifted slightly. The atmosphere grew so frigid that Darren felt goosebumps rising on his arms. Sit, just one word, yet impossibly heavy. Darren lowered himself into the seat opposite, smoothing out every trace of emotion. He could see every perfect line of Leonard's chiseled features. When Leonard still didn't speak, Darren took a deep breath and began, "I'm here to talk." Leonard loosened his tie, his reptilian calm golden eyes narrowing. The entire room fell into suffocating silence. "I don't have much time," he said flatly. "You have 3 minutes." Darren spoke immediately. "It's about Nina. I'm warning you, don't hurt her. If you do, don't blame me." With that, he stood and walked out. Leonard twirled a pen between his fingers, his gaze lowering. The way that man said Nina. Why did it irritate him so much? Nina slumped back on the sofa, exhausted after shopping with Mrs. Nanwai and preparing dinner for her cold-faced husband. By the time she finished, night had already fallen. She turned on the TV, her clear eyes drifting toward the gate again and again. He still wasn't home. She didn't even know when she dozed off, but the door opened and Leonard stepped inside. He approached her. A few loose strands of hair had fallen over her pretty face, and he gently brushed them aside. "Coldface, you're home," she mumbled. His brow twitched. "Wife, what did you just call me, Coldface?" Panicking. Nina tugged at his shirt, accidentally pulling him down. They toppled onto the sofa together, his tall body pressing her into the cushions, stealing her breath. His hand held her head in place, his legs trapping her soft frame beneath him. "You brought this on yourself," he murmured. He lowered his head and pressed a soft kiss to her forehead. His eyes darkened, filled with possession and quiet hunger. Nina instantly knew she had provoked the wrong person. Those dangerous eyes felt like they were burning through her skin. "Leonard, don't," she whispered, trembling. His lips brushed her ear, his voice low and husky. "Tell me, has Darren ever touched you before?" "No. Lie." "He touched your lips." She jolted upright. How do you know?" His gaze curved slightly. "Everything about you. I know."